us something about the history of this new art science technique?
Sure. Sure. It was started in 1973 in Kyoto, Japan. There was a master Japanese physical therapist. We call him Fujiwara Sensei, Mr. Fujiwara. And he studied many different healing arts. And in 1973, he sat down and he made this system. And we don't know a lot of details about his private life. Would be nice if we knew more, but it's not essential. Just we know that at that time, he put everything together. He had some inspiration. I'm sure it was some divine kind of inspiration. And all of the study and practice and all of the therapy that he had done all came together and became this system. And then he started teaching it as this system. And so my direct teacher now was one of his 7 original disciples. Interesting, there's always 7, it seems, right? Yeah, always stories of 7 disciples.
The magic number.
Yeah. And so for 40, almost 50 years now, my teacher, whose name is Mr. Yamaguchi Sensei, has been keeping the original techniques and teachings of the founder alive. He teaches in Tokyo and Osaka, a few places here in Japan. And it has been going this way for a long time with no impetus to really leave Japan or become bigger. And we don't know why. That's just the way it goes sometimes. Sometimes things are not ready to bloom or to become so much bigger. So I feel that my teacher's job has been well done in keeping the original teachings alive for 50 years. It's a long time to keep things at their baseline. Because, with most techniques and therapies, it's really easy to become combined with other things and kind of go in a different direction. And sometimes I think this is fine. We get new therapies, hybrid therapies this way. But in this case, it was important, it seems, to keep the baseline, keep the original teachings alive, even as society changed around it. I actually went to this place in Kyoto where the founder sat down in a kind of a temple hotel, kind of a hotel next to a big temple, where he actually sat down and he wrote down and made this system. I wasn't actually able to go into the hotel because it's not there anymore. It became something different. But I was there at the temple, and a man came by in a wheelchair, and, he saw my face and he said, "Hi, can I help you?" Thinking I was a foreign tourist. And I started talking to him, and it turns out that he was from that area in Kyoto. And so I got up the courage to ask him, all right, so in 1973 or the early 70s, what was it like here? And we were standing some, I don't know, maybe 20, 30 meters probably from where the founder had made Symmetry Ryoho up in the hotel, standing on the sidewalk. And he said, "Oh yeah, well, that big parking building was not here. and so on and so forth. He told me about what it was like there. And of course, 1973, so not as much was there. And I got kind of an image of what it must have been like at that time. And the founder, he was inspired. I'm sure he had all of this energy, and he's, oh, it's time. It's time for everything to gel. And he did it. So that's my experience, being very close to the epicenter of when this system was made.